Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back to some Make and Break. I am here today with a lot of weird quality of life updates. Hey, Barrel's here early. I I took it upon myself to do a lot of different things today. Let me switch to full screen real quick. I got really deep into shortcuts. I got really deep into like editing menus and thinking about things and just, I don't know, improving. I got hit by the bug yesterday. I got the Blender bug got into me and I just started going for it. And so one of the biggest things that I did, my voice, my gosh, is I went into my key mapping and I went and I added a whole bunch of key maps. So I have turned off a bunch of options. And I think the new practice, and I think something that everybody should do, and something that should be taught to beginners, whatever that means, is you should turn off all the settings you don't understand. This should be more of like a rite of passage to use shortcuts, because there's so often that I'm sitting here and I'll accidentally press a key and I don't know what happened. And so I think it's better to turn this stuff on as you're getting a little bit more comfortable with it. And so I went and I turned off a bunch of stuff, and then I took it upon myself to go one further, and I made myself a little cheat sheet of all my main shortcuts that I use and keys that I could use them on, because I want to switch to one-handed. Anyway, all this is to say I'd been doing a bunch of weird thinking about Blender and stuff. So, yeah, hopefully we're going to get a little bit better at what we're doing today. Beryl asks, is this a fractal? It is. It's a Sikorsky triangle. It's a 3-point Sikorsky triangle instead of a 4-point, but otherwise the same thing. Okay, so let's go ahead and save this, and we'll get on to what we're doing today. So, what are we doing today? Well, the title of the stream should give you a pretty good idea, but what I'm doing today is making us a little Iron Maiden. I don't know why I got inspired to do this, but I was just making a little dungeon scene the other day. I was just sitting working on a dungeon, and I was like, let's make an Iron Maiden. You don't see a lot of these. You don't see a lot of these in games and stuff like that. So I'm like, this is it. Keep it on, Control Z, and a healthy amount of saving has my back. No, I turned them off. I like it. I think it's a good practice. I think it's really positive to work your way up to quality of life. What's up, Junie? So yeah, anyway, I don't know how many shortcuts I'm going to use today, but the idea is to just get better. So we're just going to get better. I'm going to start my display capture here so we can actually see what I'm clicking. So let's throw on a little bit more music and let's actually get into it. Because I've been doing enough dilly-dallying. So let's go ahead and throw on a little bit of music, and we're here. So, oh, Wind Waker to start us off. Get good time? I mean, that's basically what 3D modeling is, right? It's like, be creative, get good. Yeah, we're making an Iron Maiden. This one's going to be an interesting one. I was looking at this while I was starting earlier today, and I'm looking at this Iron Maiden. This is a 3D miniature. Good for this company. I don't want to make fun of this company at all, because it's a very lovely looking model. But there's an inconsistency here that people do with a lot of medieval stuff, and it drives me nuts. People put scratches on it. If you think about this, how do you get scratches like that? Somebody takes a sword or an axe and just whacks at it. And like, one, why is somebody taking a sword or an axe to the outside of an Iron Maiden? And two, if they're trying to break into it to like free somebody, let's say it's locked and their friend's locked inside or something, you would keep hitting in the same area. You wouldn't do a cut here, cut here, cut here all over the place. I was looking at that and I'm like, that's not a good design. Like, get rid of these scratches and maybe put like an axe cut in here that's going to the inside. The empty Iron Maiden from Amnesia Dark Descent where you hear ghostly screaming when you get close to it? Oh yeah. We're going to channel some of that energy today. So let's get started. Enough dilly-dallying. I'm also using valleys and cavities, thanks to either Wubs or Cole, who suggested that. So shout out to those guys. Both of them joined chat at roughly the same time, so they're going to be kind of the same person on my mind for a little bit, but I will separate them eventually. Iron Maiden that doubles as a training dummy. It's kind of what it looks like. Wow. What's up, CQDK? How you doing? CQDK, you are on that Minecraft bug. All right, let's go ahead and apply scale to this thing, and we'll get going. So I'm going to just push these guys a little bit closer, and the goal is just to make the shape. Now, I say that. Is the goal really to make the shape? You were playing hardcore and you died? It's kind of par for the course nowadays, isn't it? That's kind of your thing at this point. I have a weird idea. I have a weird idea real quick. Let's do this. I'm going to grab that. We're going to delete half of this. And we're going to do a mirror. I'm going to mirror this thing pretty strong. And I have a feeling this is going to work really well for us. You're making a big tower. You got to put water at the base if you do that. That's like the big thing. If you're going high in hardcore, you have to put a mirror, or not a mirror, water below you. And then if you fall, no big deal. That's the trick. That's how they get you. Okay, we're gonna ignore that for a little bit. I was gonna say you should try making a brazen bowl next, but then I remember it would be an organic shape. What is a brazen bowl? What is that? What are we talking about? Okay, I'm going to worry about the hole later. We're not doing holes yet. We're just going to make the outer shape. Google it? I'm not going to Google it right now. Not exactly the energy we're going for at this very moment. So if you want to tell me, otherwise we'll have to wait on whatever the brazen bowl is. Okay. I did, but it wasn't creeper secure. The water? Oh, you had a creeper in the tower. I understand. Yeah, that'll do it to you. Okay, so we got ourselves a little bit of a structure here. How big is this relative to a person? I actually don't think it matters too much. I was looking at that a lot earlier, and every single one of these, the doors open, and they stick you up in here, and you're supposed to duck and get your head in. So I don't think they care. You only got 50% done? Yeah, that sounds about right. That's hardcore for you. Okay. So eventually I'm going to stick these two halves together. Oh, actually, it's a medieval torture device. It's a bronze bull statue that opens up and you would put prisoners inside and light a fire under it. So you make a rotisserie human being. Hey, what's up, Saf? You're making a rotisserie human being at that point, right? That's the goal? I'm really sitting here and thinking about this, and I'm like, I don't know if this works. Medieval torture devices were awful? Yeah. I mean, at that point, it was like people just didn't have, like, human rights at all. And I mean, obviously, but, like, there was just... That was the era of, like, dehumanization. That was the era where, like, a bunch of Christians got around. I know the story of this very deeply. It's very intimate to me. But a bunch of Christians got around and said, like, hey, Muslims, they're not human. Let's kill them. And it's like, whoa, imagine thinking that way nowadays. And there are people that do, but like, wow, what on earth? Imagine just feeling that way. So yeah, definitely a different era back then, for sure. Just weird, crazy, psychopathic people. I'm trying again, but I'm trying to use birch because I like birch. You're sleepy and full of sushi. Also, what a conversation to pop into. Honestly, all great things. The conversation and the sushi. All great things. Saf, we're making a Iron Maiden today, so it's gonna be a rough one. Don't even get me started on birchwood. This guy doesn't understand the creative process. So we played Minecraft. We have a little Minecraft server that we play on. It's been a hot minute since I've really spent any time on there. But we used to play Minecraft a lot together. And in our effort to play Minecraft together, we made a little like spawn area. Like just a nice area for everybody to hang out in. And in that area, I built a lot of buildings. I built a ton of buildings. And I took it upon myself to use like one of every wood. I was like, oh, it'd be cool if there was like a little bit of every wood represented. So I made a dark oak building, I made a jungle wood building, all of this. And it came time to make a birch building, and everybody hates birch. So everybody gave me so much crap for it, even though it looks good. It's a good looking building. Because I used blackstone with the birch, so it has like really high contrast. But no, everyone just hates birch. Everyone just hates the birch. I think I had enough birch my friends use to always make houses with birch, and it burns my eyes. Yeah, I mean, overuse of anything is bad, right? Okay, so this is my Iron Maiden. I'm realizing pretty quickly that we shouldn't be making it like this. Yeah, so I'm going to stop doing this. Birch just reminds me of plywood. I mean, it basically is plywood, right? You're making a tower of spruce, oak, and birch. So the project, my like, I will never be done project in Minecraft, it's bigger than what I have time to devote to project in Minecraft, is I have this big giant tower that I've been working on. Like this tower that goes all the way to the skybox. Even in creative, it's like way too much effort for me. And it's made out of basalt. And it looks really good. But I will never finish it, I think. Don't quote me on that, but it just seems like one of those things where, you know, it's just going to take forever. Okay, so we're going to leave it like this. I like this shape, actually. I was debating if I was going to use this shape, but I actually like this shape a lot. So let's do this. So we'll hit apply. We'll come back to this. We're going to go ahead and remove that center line just so I can do some beveling stuff. But otherwise, we should be good. I'm still trying to get good at building. Junie is really good at building. And I think the advice that Junie has given everybody is just use reference. So if I can steal Junie's thunder, I'll say just use reference. There ain't nothing wrong with that. I'm amazed at people who can do really cool, complex, and big builds. Yeah, it's kind of nuts. People are really creative. Okay, we're going to say that looks okay. It looks a little bit like a sarcophagus, which is, I guess, the idea. And the head is definitely wider than head, so I don't need to worry about that. Okay, perfect. Let's go ahead and apply some scale real quick so we get it all together, and I'm gonna make the head. There's a part of this that's missing to me, and I don't know what it is yet. I'm getting a little bit worried about it, but we'll get there. We'll figure all that out. Okay, so how do we want to do this? I think what we want to do is grab you, you, you. We might want to just do a subdivision to make this work, but we'll try this first. That actually looks good. I'd probably run out of steam, and it's hard for me to picture the space needed for big builds. I suffer from the exact same problem. The amount of space required is always difficult to like wrap your brain around. I like making towers every time I fall from the top. I can try to MLG. CQDK, your character arc gets bigger every day. Your character arc is wild to me. You know what? I'm going to add a divot here in the middle. This is going to be a weird idea, but I think it'll work. Hey. Poggers is the Zoomers say. As the Zoomers say. Yeah, pretty much. MLG is Major League Gaming. Kizen, it is like esports. In the context of Minecraft, it's people who fall, and before they hit the ground, they put a bucket of water down so they don't take fall damage. It's what the cool kids are doing, like Dream and whoever else is a cool kid that I don't know about. My floating island project is going pretty well, just slow. It is really nice. Your floating island is very nice. Okay, that looks like a good headpiece to me. So we're going to apply some scale to that and get it going. Have you seen the cave in it? I don't think I've seen the cave in it. Maybe that'll be a next time I'm on Minecraft kind of thing. Dwim. Is Dwim a funny name for Dream, or is there actually a streamer named Dwim? Because both of those seem possible to me. Okay, that is not the worst looking shape I've ever seen in my life. I actually really love the way the cavities look. That is such a cool look. It definitely adds a lot as far as like your ability to tell what you're doing. Its Dream just made it funny? Yeah. Speaking about building things, my Animal Crossing village is getting out of control. My Animal Crossing like setup is getting beautiful. Okay, check this out. I got a really cool idea. Let's cut this in two. You gotta show me? Yeah, I'll show you. That's gotta be pretty good right there. This is gonna work. I have a vision. You know, that's the thing that I struggle with a lot when I'm 3D modeling, is like having just a vision of what's gonna happen. Being able to be like, I see it, is so crucial. You watch a lot of Minecraft people? Like who? Who's your favorite? Who's the Minecraft person that's like, that's it, they're good? Also, you watching Minecraft makes a lot of sense. Do you watch Dream SMP? You must, right? Kind of reminding you of the Empire State Building. That's a high accolade. That's very nice, thank you. I'm starting to get into more architecture stuff. I was intimidated by making architecture for a while, but I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like, whatever, just go for it. Who cares, right? It's the worst thing that's gonna happen. I'm gonna be bad at it? Okay. It's the rest of my 3D career. Alright. I really like the headpiece. I think the headpiece is cool. They all kind of have a weird looking headpiece here. So we're gonna do the headpiece. But I'm gonna make it subtle. We're gonna make it smaller. I might even make it smaller than that, but we'll start here. I also kind of think that little head... Okay, so the door. We want to think about the door here in just a moment. In fact, I'm going to do it right now. Be back in like an hour after eat. You're good. I forgot to start the raffle. Oh, I always forget. Let me start the raffle. I always forget the raffle. Man, I need like a thing. You can't do you can't set it on a timer, otherwise I would. But I need to start that raffle a little bit more consistently. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and set it for an hour and 30 minutes. Yeah, get me bonked. I always forget every single time. There's a hotkey for it in chat, and I tried it and it doesn't work. So I'm kind of like, what? Like, I don't really get why the hotkey doesn't work. Okay, we're gonna do 1 hour and 30 minutes, and I'm going to press save, and it's gonna save, and I'm gonna start it. You watch a lot of people in Dream SMP, Technoblade, Blood for the Blood God, Filza. Oh, Filza is always streaming when I'm streaming. Just putting that out there. He's always streaming when I'm streaming. Every single time I go to stream, Filza is streaming, and I'm like, what's up with that? Yeah, he's yucking my yum, is what he's doing. Okay, so we're gonna go like that and merge at last. That should be good. Yeah, that'll be fine. Basically just watch you, Granny, and Caseytron. Who do I watch? I watch Germa. Germa's the best streamer, by far. I will accept no other answers. Germa is like the streamer. Like he is the face of Twitch as far as I'm concerned. I watch Simple Flips. Sometimes I watch Northern Lion. I watch Vine Sauce occasionally, although I get sick of Vine Sauce because, man, that guy is bad at games. Like in a funny way sometimes, but sometimes I'm just like, come on. Do I watch anybody else? I watch some of Northern Lion's YouTube stuff. I love Northern Lion. I've been following Northern Lion since I was in college. I love him. Tyler Oakley. Tyler Oakley has a Twitch? That seems... I guess that makes sense. He started streaming. That's odd. That seems a little weird to me, personally. Nothing wrong with it. Just seems a little strange. Also, I'm realizing I need to do all of this in one go. I was going to try and be a little bit more sensitive about this, but I need to do this all in one fell swoop. You watch I'm a Cup of Joe? Whoa, who is that? Who is I am a Cup of Joe? Plays a lot of D&B, Animal Crossing, Sims. That's so weird for him. That is very weird energy. Okay. I'm going to try my best not to get too distracted here. I'm getting a little distracted, and I like it, but I don't think we're going to finish this if I don't pull it together. So I'm going to be a little bit more conscious about how I'm doing this for the next little bit here. He's not a cow, and he plays really hard Pokemon games. Really hard Pokemon games. Joe, I've been saying for a long time that we need to co-stream, but we should like actually figure that out sometime. Actually, I don't know if we ever would stream at the same time, but I'll talk to you about it nonetheless. Watch a lot of streamers, but mainly Scummy Bummy, Chow Illustrations, Filza, Rainbow, Joe, Ace Wizard, and you. Chow Illustrations is the person I'm the most interested from that list, along with Joe and myself, of course. I don't know who Ace Wizard is. I know everyone else. I don't know Ace Wizard. Who is that? It sounds like somebody I would know. Like somebody from the group, but I'm not sure. Okay, let's go ahead and finish this guy off. Nope, not like that. Okay, so we're going to go hide, unselected, grab the top of this, and make that little ridge. I'm not opposed to co-stream. I've only done it once before. Send me a Discord message. Yeah, we'll talk about it. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. New streamer, I think they've only had 2 or 3 streams. How did you meet them? How did you know about them? You watch me, Chaos, Nesh, Joe, and Girl DM. You got Girl DM written all over you, Silken. You're like prime candidate for Girl DM. You're the audience for Girl DM. That makes perfect sense. I'm gonna go ahead and unhide. No. We're gonna alt hide. Pretty sure I am, but why do you think so? I don't know. You're charming. You have kind of an interest in like VTubing. You're very into how would I say this? How do you even say this? You're very into like techie stuff. You like whatever is like new and on the precipice. You're very with it when it comes to tech and all that sort of stuff. And I feel like VTubing is like the thing right now. And so I think it makes a lot of sense that you are into Girl DM. I think that just really suits your personality. I don't have much more to say about it than that, I guess. I'm not trying to say anything too profound. I get the vibe. You have that vibe. Do I want to do a sharp here? This is going to look really weird, isn't it? Actually, I don't hate that. Be fair, I like how well she has done everything on her avatar, but a lot of it is low-key snark. Oh, yeah. I feel like she was a little late to the VTubing sphere, and yet she's like dominating it. So can't be upset about that at all. Okay, that's going to be my little crown of thorns, I guess. I don't know why it looks so weird. Part of me thinks... No. It looks bad. It actually does look bad. I can fix this. We need to make like a blade. It has to be a blade. Be more snarky? I don't even really understand what snark is. What is snark? Isn't that the that cat from Thundercats? Just reading now that Night Mother from Skyrim is meant to look like an Iron Maiden. Yeah. I knew that one. I'm a fake Skyrim fan, and I knew that. I'm actually not a fake Skyrim fan. I've spent a lot of time watching like lore videos on Skyrim. I'm not the biggest fan of it, but I know way too much about it. Okay, we're gonna do something like that. I get too busy gazing at my husband. Snark. Oh, wait, I missed it. They're in Scummy Bummies community, and when we both when we win both in chat, occasionally people comment, get ready for trouble, make it double. Both the aces are here. Oh, I love that. Critical or mocking comments made in an indirect or sarcastic way. You're thinking of snarf. No, I know. I'm being a jerk. I was trying to be snarky by making a comment about what the word snarky meant. It was a lame attempt, I admit. That's okay. I can give you a pity laugh if you want. Honestly, I'm here for pity laughs. All right, let's go ahead and do a little bit of that. This should do just fine. Oh, I'm a stitch. Oh, Judy said it. I'm a stitch. Oh, folks, guys, it's official. I'm a stitch. Yeah, I like Joe's streams. Joe, I put your stream on a lot. I just don't talk in stream. I'm one, just like you lurk in my stream, I'm one of the biggest lurkers in your stream. I like Joe's streams a lot. The thing is, Joe streams right after me. Joe always streams directly after me. And so I'm always like tired by the time I get to Joe's stream. So I just keep quiet for the most part. Sometimes I'll make a dramatic entrance, but I just hang out. That's kind of my thing in your chat. I'm realizing I made a big mistake here, but it'll be fine. It'll work. It'll work. I don't care. We're gonna do this. This is gonna get ugly quick. We're getting somewhere, I promise. I know it's taking a hot minute to get there, but we are getting somewhere. Cool. Okay. We're gonna H, unselected, and go for it. Oh, red. Something has come to my attention. Let's hear it. You learned a cool Blender thing. All right, I'm excited for it. What is it? I am mostly expecting this. You're going to tell me something. I'm going to do it, and it's going to destroy my computer. You're going to tell me to, like, delete System 32 or something. Joe. I don't know how to tell you this, my man. You have impeccable timing. You have amazing timing, Joe. You have great timing. Let me show you. Are you and Joe neighbors? You could do a co-op cooking stream. Yeah, he's about like a 3-day drive away from me, I think. If I really book it, I think it'd take like 3 days to get to Joe. No. We're okay. We're close. He's my closest neighbor. Joe, let me show you why your comment was very funny. Subdivide by a factor of 10 to raise the temperature in your room? I've done it. All right, check it out. We're here. I'm going to go keybind C. Circle select. It's unchecked. Circle select. It's unchecked. Circle select. It's unchecked. I got rid of my circle select. I got rid of all my circle selects for the time being. So, sorry to do that to you. All right, we're back. Let's go ahead and deselect that. We're going to remove these guys. What is circle select? It's a different selection mode instead of doing this. It allows you to like mouse over things and do really quick selections. It is cool. Circle select is very cool. I just hate it. It is not for me. There we go. That's the shape I wanted. Kind of. I just can't believe you, like, timed it that well. Like, I did it right before stream. That was, like, a wild little, like... It's like you had been watching my computer. Like, that's how weird that was. Okay, we're gonna do 1.2 and 1.2. That should be okay. You're amazing, and yes, I was watching. Honestly, I believe it. Makes a lot of sense for you, if I'm just going to put that out there. Okay, there she is. We've done it. It took me a hot minute to get here, but we've done it. I promise we are getting somewhere. So now, what's last? There's this ridge here, and then we have the door. So I got to make the door open up. So I think what comes now is I grab this thing, and we're going to sculpt a little bit. And my axis is missing. That's annoying. How do I add axis? That's a thing for another day. I'm not doing that today. Okay, let's go ahead and do a little bit of sculpting. And by sculpting, I have to go ahead and subdivide it quite a bit. Let's do 3. You know what? Instead of doing subdivision, I'm going to do a manual subdivision. I think this is a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. What do you think about the new MMO New World? I don't know a thing about it. I've never even heard of it. What is it? Is the first you saying that right now is the first I've heard anything. Off the top of my head, it sounds like a Tales of Symphonia MMO, which I would mess with the Tales of Symphonia MMO. I would mess with the Tales of Symphonia MMO hard. That would be the coolest thing ever. A Pyro's here. I think it's Amazon's new MMO that is releasing soon. Oh, it's their like scrapyard or whatever they call that division. That weirdo. I almost got a job with them way back when. Do you remember how obsessed I was with playing Genus in Tales of Symphonia? Oh, I remember. You will always be that person to me. That is always how I will remember you. Like, we could have 1,000 experiences together, and that will always be you to me. Also, I should have done Y dimension for this, but I guess it doesn't matter. Let's go all the way back. We're going to do Y dimension for this. We're going to do that. Get it looking nice and pretty. And we want to get that nice shape. We're going to make the door here in just a moment, but we're just getting the shape right. Tales of Zestiria has that very obvious hint, nudge, nudge gay couple as the main characters. I don't know that one. I don't know if I've played that one. I don't think I have. That's a not bad shape. It's a pretty good shape. What's a Tale of Zestiria? The Tales series are a series of like quote-unquote anime video games. They're not anime, but like they have the animation style. So what are you, a pyro lie in a falsehood that lay down the fire? What the heck was that? It sounded like an insult from 1800s Britain. Okay, let's go ahead and puff this guy up right here. Make it look kind of cute. Make a kind of cute looking Iron Maiden, then people won't feel that bad about getting inside of it. Honestly? That's the strategy. Why even get down with like all of this execution business if you can just kind of trick people into doing it themselves? Doth thou even ascend dense objects? Chat's going a little weird. Y'all just a little bit weird. Okay, let's go back to sculpt. Honestly, that's why we're all here. I think we're all here because we're weird. It definitely is not for the 3D stuff. Let's just put that out there. So, but more as lie me down to combust. Dare I say, this looks nice. Like, I love the way this looks. Now we got to do the head, and this is the part that I'm very intimidated by. Because I don't want to ruin this blade. Because the blade is very fickle and will move super easily if we mess with it. So we just want to be very careful to get that face looking right. I wonder if I could crease. There must be a way to do a crease for sculpting. That's a SEMO question for you. So I'm tired. I don't know what that sentence means. Honestly? Pyro, go to bed. You strike me as somebody who absolutely loves when people tell you what to do. You strike me as somebody that would totally comply with anything anybody asked you to do. Pyro doesn't sleep? That sounds about right. That sounds about right to me. The heat from your presence? Alright, confirmed. Pyro is the spiciest member of chat. You are not my supervisor. Wait. Pyro, you're spicy. Who is my supervisor? You're your own boss, man. Okay, so here's where a multi-res would be good. So let's model just the front of this, and let's throw a multi-res on here. Honestly, I don't hate the way this thing looks. This is looking pretty nice. Since when were we good at stuff like this? And this ridge right here, we're going to get nice and prominent. Archer got 12th season out, 3 episodes, and I love it. I am not an Archer guy. Archer is just a series that I could never really get into. Okay, we're going to go ahead and merge by distance. What? You're telling me you can't wrap the whole thing? What's that about? That's weird. Huh. Okay, tell you what. I'm going to do this manually then. And we're going to go ahead and throw a round on here. Because you already got ants. Okay. What is happening? We're going to circle this, and that just ruined everything. Why? Oh, I will never know. I will never know what's up with the circle thing. But we can do alt-clicking or control-clicking to get it back to normal-ish. No, we can't. So we just got to live with it. I like the part of it, but they have issues towing the line between funny and mean. I get that. I don't know if I'm worried too much about the mean thing. The mean thing got me going. Okay, explain. All right, let's put a multi-res on here so we can see how much we're doing this. But otherwise, I think we're okay. I'm going to go back to object mode, and we're going to throw on 1, 2. 2 is more than enough. And then we're going to do a really solid ridge around that part right there. And I'm going to do a nice wrap on it. So let me grab this. We're going to go ahead and lower the crease on this just a little bit. That's literally no crease. So we go back to object mode, and we have that looking kind of nice. Although, you know what? I'm okay with it just being solid. Screw it. You're going to be full crease. Full crease. You, full crease. We come back. Bada bone. I might even take it upon myself to go like this, all the way up, and full crease this, and I think that way we will have a nice, really strong ridge, which we do. I don't like the way it's sequencing right there, but we'll figure that out eventually. I'm not going to stress the details too early. I like the fact that most characters mature, but Archer is such a jerk that he can't change the outside, but just a bit on the inside. That's fair. I think my problem with the show My problem with a lot of that stuff, like Family Guy and any of it, I don't really like any of that stuff, is Family Guy's the worst. Let me just put Family Guy out there, and we can compare everything to Family Guy. Because Family Guy is the worst, in my opinion. In my opinion. I know some people like their Family Guy, and I apologize if I'm hitting a hard spot on everybody's love of Family Guy. But the problem with Family Guy is it's like... Family Guy basically ends up being... This is every Family Guy episode, and I can't do accents, so I'm not going to try and do an impersonation or anything. But it's just like, Peter, you learned how to fly to space without a spacesuit? And he goes, ha, yeah. And it's like, cool. A person drew you doing something impossible and then said, isn't it funny that he did something that he's not supposed to be doing? Yeah, it's hilarious. It's so funny. It's so funny that he did something physically impossible. It just drives me nuts. It's like just such a lack of comedy. So, I don't like Family Guy. I don't mess with Family Guy. It's too boring. It's too boring. It's too obvious. It lacks substance. Last but not least, I'm going to lower this ridge up top here, and then we're going to go for it. Also, we got a couple of people competing for raffle today, so today's all man out if you want to get on the raffle. Well, it's how we say in Poland, Wybila Wozesta. It's drink o'clock. It's time to get some good beers and drink to oblivion. All right. Be responsible. As somebody who really enjoys being told what to do, I'm going to tell you to drink responsibly. Somehow, I figured that was going to be your response, and I was happy enough to play along. There we go. That's going to be my new guy right there. That actually looks good. The hooks are not good. I got barley wine, Ukraine beer, and a good porter, so no. Now, I'm sure we all are aware of this. I'm sure we're all very aware of this. But if you drink responsibly, you'll have barley wine, Ukraine beer, and a good porter tomorrow. And the next day. And the next day. So, you know, just a matter of how long you want that stuff to last. But I'm also joking to somewhat. You all determine your own health. It ain't my responsibility. All right, we're going to go ahead and do this. I'm going to finish this guy off. I know I'm getting like really obsessed about this, but I just want it to be perfect. We're really getting somewhere, I promise. Hey, it's Mr. Six. Mr. Six, how are you? How's bartending? While we're talking about alcohol. To celebrate new flat moving in and yet to pass out of drunkenness in each of the 3 bedrooms? Okay, you're allowed to pass out in each of the 3 bedrooms. I give you permission. I give you permission. Okay, that will do right there, and I'm going to put a little choker on here, and that is my man. The freestyle is not loving this thing, but we'll go. We're going to do minimum angles here. Maybe we'll do like a that. Welcome back, CQDK. How was your dinner? Looks a bit Aztec in my opinion. That's definitely what I'm going for. The Aztec is definitely the energy, for sure. Let's grab this and round this out a little bit. I want to try and cut like that. That should look a little bit better. And now we're going to put the crease on there and go back to object mode and say that looks much better. Got some fish I can't say in English. Okay, is it a saltwater fish or a freshwater fish? That's probably a good place to start. I can't be too upset with this. I can't be too upset with that at all. Honestly, that looks okay. What I lastly want to do is fix this part. Can I suggest cast iron texture on it for later? It would fit like a glove? Yeah, that's fine. I gotta look up what the difference between cast iron and my default iron is, but no problem at all. Hey, Mr. Six, thank you for the Prime sub. Honestly, anybody who has Amazon Prime, you get a free sub. If you didn't know that, I'll gladly take that income. If you didn't know that you can Prime sub, boy, now's your moment. Now's your time to shine. There we go. We're going to do that, and I'm going to say that is good enough for my interests. Hey, Tom Paul! Tom Paul, it's always a treat. Tom Paul, you come and hang out every now and again, and it's always a treat. It's good. We're making an Iron Maiden. What we're really doing is just talking about who knows what while I sit here and make an Iron Maiden. But we are making an Iron Maiden. So I got a multi-res. I got everything sequenced correctly. I think it's time to begin the sculpt. Gotta get out of here. That was fast. That was very swift. No problem at all. Oh, get out of here. Sorry, I thought you said you gotta get out of here. Tom Paul, I love you, man. You're great. You have great energy. Your Bioshock stuff is, like, still something that I think about all the time. You're the one that got me to make an art station. You're the reason I made an art station. So, you know, more power to you. All right. Oh, actually, go back. What am I doing? Let's go forward one, and now we need to make sure that if we sculpt, we put on our y-axis. I was forgetting to do that. And now I can just come into here and pop all of this together, make sure we don't accidentally grab that ridge right there, and we'll go for it. Did you add me? I think I made it after. After you were in chat one time. So, no, I don't know if I've added anybody on ArtStation. I only have one post, and it's not very good. I need to update it. But I felt compelled. I don't know. I was looking at ArtStation. I was like, man, I need to do this. Also, I'm going to go ahead and put this on a flat real quick so I can actually see the lines that I'm working on. That'll be very important. Have you gone postal? Did I ever answer the question you asked before, Left? I'm unsure. If the fish is saltwater or freshwater. Yeah, I'll send a link out. I've been kind of back and forth on a lot of social media stuff lately. I started posting on Instagram regularly, which was very important. A very near and dear friend to me pushed me to do that, and I'm very thankful of that. So I'm posting on Instagram regularly, and now I just need to catch up on the rest of my social media. So it's coming. We'll get there, I promise. I sent you cast iron and regular iron textures to compare. Thank you very much, Pyro. Saltwater fish. Okay. So it's probably like a snapper or an amberjack or something like that. But yeah, I will send you, Tom Paul, I will send you some stuff. Discord would probably be the best place. Do you have a Discord, by the way, Tom Paul? You know what? This is not the tool I want to be using for this. I want to use a drag. 66 tickets? Mr. 6 is here to win. Thank you for the save. Very appreciated. You do indeed. I need to join your Discord. That would be important, I think. Okay, let's do it like right here. Thank you for the stretch. Oh, don't forget to stretch. It feels so good. You're taking care of me today? Junie is my channel point sugar daddy. Oh, yo. Any plans for the weekend? Plans for the weekend. Forgot Red. The Speed Sketch Redeem isn't a thing anymore. It's tickets for the raffle. The Speed Sketch is still active. I haven't removed it yet. I'm not sure if I'm going to remove it. So if you want to get a Speed Sketch, now would be the time. It'd be really cool. We have tons of game dev people on there, and we do a film each night. Wow. Tom, if you would like to post a link to your Discord, that'd be lovely. Also, I have a Discord. You're welcome to join it if you care. I'm not asking anybody to join that doesn't want to. But whatever way you want to contact me is best. I appreciate that. And it sounds like your Discord's a real treat. There we go. There's Junie with our Discord. Again, I have no pressure on anybody ever joining our Discord. I see Duck, I join. Honestly. You know what? I'm not going to do the little piccolo nose. I wanted to do the piccolo nose, but I think it's a bad idea. Instead, let's make like a weird, creepy face. Let's do something really bizarre. I know you would normally do this with a normal map, but I'm not here to make normal maps today. So we're going to do something a little weird and creepy, I think. Ooh. That is horrifying. This is ruthless. Have you read the Berserker manga? I haven't read the manga, but I am very keyed into Berserk. I love Berserk. The main priest guy's face? Kind of. Tina Belcher's everything is okay face? You all are saying things I don't understand. Okay, so I want to be a little careful with the eyes. Let's think about how we want these eyes to look. Hey, thank you for the follow. Oh, this is going to be a bot, isn't it? Cool. Sure. Whatever, I'll take the follows. Alright, I guess we're going to get, like, absolutely destroyed on follows for just a moment. You making a clown face. I don't know what we're doing. Alright, there's 3. In a worst case scenario, if I get too many follows, I'll just turn off the notification sound. But it looks like 3 is it for now. Gotta love bots on Twitch. It's a real vibe. Three's a lucky number? 3 is my lucky number, for sure. Okay, I don't know what we're doing. I'm just feeling the vibes right now. What's your favorite PS2 game? Hey, there we go. There's a question for the ages. Favorite PS2 game. Let's see. Let's take a look. All right, here's my top. Here's my top games. We got Dark Cloud 2. It will be the same as when I asked. Maybe. We'll see. Dark Cloud 2. Ape Escape 3. Magic Pingel, Phantom Brave, which I now have on Steam, so once I port my information over, I'm probably going to trash this, although I might keep it for posterity. Evergrace, which is the original Dark Souls. Shout out to Evergrace. It is literally the original Dark Souls. It's made by From Software. This is great. Age, which is broken. Somebody send me a version of this. I'll play it. Dark Cloud 1 and Katamari, which is okay. I'm not a huge Katamari fan. Of this, what's my favorite? I gotta say, it's between Ape Escape 3, Dark Cloud 2, and Phantom Brave. Dark Cloud 2 is probably my favorite, but Ape Escape 3 has the most interesting control scheme I've ever experienced in my life. Like, the fact that you just move your joystick and your character tries to, like, swing nets and swing swords and stuff is chef's kiss. Nobody's made a game like that. What's wrong with people? Somebody needs to remake, like, an Ape Escape game, but make it, like, a action RPG Final Fantasy sort of thing, where you just have a sword, like Skyward Sword, but instead of using motion controls, you just have a sword and you're just, like, going nuts. What's up, Mubs? Oh, that would be good. That would be lovely. I would love a game like that. There's a game jam idea. See if you can get Ape Escape controls working in a game as quick as possible and just build out as much of a prototype as you can in the time frame. I don't know how feasible it would be to get the control scheme working, but once you get the control scheme working, I think you could just build out a world really fast. I don't think it'd be too difficult. How am I? I'm good. I have a little bit of a stomach ache all of a sudden. Just gonna put that out there. Matrushka Maiden. Just finished reroll recently. What is reroll? Are you sculpting with a mouse? You ask this every time. Yes, I am. I'm dirty trash, I know. Honestly, I like sculpting with a mouse. I'm pretty okay with this. Okay, I'm gonna say that looks not bad, and let's go ahead and do... Yeah. Here we go. We're gonna make a weird little clown face. We're gonna make a nice, weird little nose, push some stuff into here. And get this guy looking nice and beautiful. Oh! He's gonna need some cleaning. It's clipping pretty badly. But my god, is that it. What is the DPI setting for your mouse? It is currently at 8,000. Is it 8,000? It might be at 7,000 now. I used to keep it at 9,500. That was the highest extent that I kept my mouse at. And I liked it for a long time. The problem with 9,500 is I would have to practice to stay good with it. So I play a lot of Os or Osu. I prefer calling it Osu, but everyone corrects me and says it's called Os. Whatever. I don't care. I play a lot of Os, or I used to at least. And for me, Os is a really good way to practice your mouse tech. But I don't play as much as I used to, so I slowly started lowering my DPI, and I think 7,000 is pretty nice. How do we feel about this face? I love him. Let's give him brows. Let's give him a little bit of a brow line. A brow line for the Fraulein. There you go. Is that funny enough? Since somebody was calling me out for my humor earlier. You like brow line for the Fraulein? Love his nose? Thank you. Very appreciated. We're just vibing. That looks good. What's happening? How am I doing this? Too highbrow? Honestly. I get that. Honestly, I'll bring it back a little bit. Humor is always something I've struggled with, if I'm being perfectly honest. I'm not a very funny guy. Not that I care to be funny, but I've never been a funny guy. And when I first started streaming on Twitch, I always thought that was going to be a big, like, detriment to me. And maybe it is. I mean, I'm not the biggest streamer or anything. But I just, you know, my humor is very situational, very niche, very context sensitive. I struggle with humor. Humor is something that I really struggle with. When people say funny stuff, I'm not the kind of person that laughs. And I've always kind of thought that was weird. So I just struggle with humor a lot. It's not something I'd look into on a fun fair, an Iron Maiden, not on an Iron Maiden. You can't do anything sculpting over 1,000. Eyebrow would have been better. Wow. This looks lovely. I'm going to have to re-topo it, which I don't want to do. But yeah, I'll just re-topo this guy. Or I'll put a normal map on here and just make it a normal map, right? What difference does that make to me? Maybe I don't want to do a normal map. I do want this to be nice. Can't do sculpting over 1,000. I see. You can't do sculpting over 1,000? Man. Let me show... I wish I could show, like, how little I have to move my mouse. All right, let me measure this. Let's see. What is a common object that I have that everybody has access to? My car keys. All right, so I got a car key. I'm going to put my car key down on my mouse pad. I'm going to move from the right side of the screen, lined up with the mouse pad, or the car key, I mean, all the way to the left side. Okay, so we're exactly there. Oh, boy. I went the distance of a tiny keyring. I went that far. So I went the tip of my finger to go from one side of the screen to the other. I went to say hi on another channel, and I saw a streamer showing off Furby with Barbie limbs attached to it. I regret going away. Can I show you my Furby with a Barbie leg attached to it real quick? No, I'm kidding. I'm sorry. Okay, let's finish this guy. Let's actually finish it. Sorry, I'm getting way distracted. I'm having fun. We're all having fun here. I appreciate how great everyone is. Junie, use Dynatop if you dislike the poly count unless you want to animate that face. Oh, you all like to tell me to do things that I've never done before. And it's like, yeah, but then I don't know how it works. You can't just tell me it's easy to put out a fire. You just have to use the auxiliary hollow stitch, and you shoot the left flanger, and you put out a fire. It's like, yeah, I don't know what that means. Like, it's easy to you. I'm going to go ahead and up my stuff here. Yeah, it's not that I don't like it. It's that I don't know what's happening. I can't do stuff that I haven't practiced before. I can't just, like, pick up a new thing out of nowhere. We're going to say 60 is fine. And let's actually finish this guy off. Oh, no. 70 should do. I did, though, as an auto retopy thing, so I didn't have to remember to refresh manual. What does that mean? Okay, next up. We need to make the actual, like, barbs that come out of this guy. And am I going to make doors? Is the real question. Am I really going to make doors out of this thing? I think we take a moment to do some noting. Because I'm going to actually look at Pyro's stuff that Pyro sent me. Let's see. What's in general? Oh, okay. Here we go. So we got cast iron. which honestly just looks like a Musgrave filter to me, versus regular iron. I like the way regular iron looks more. And then we have, oh, the priest's face. I love that. Okay, cast iron. When I was sculpting, you told me that I hit I, think of something every few strokes so that we get the right Pulleys. I think you were talking about Control R, the retopo thing. Okay, let's go for this. So we're going to start. What I really want is to do some edge select sort of nonsense, but we're not going to worry about it yet. We're going to do just a gold texture. We're going to make it silver. We're going to take you and drop your roughness down a lot, and we're going to add scratches. So we'll do it like that. Get it looking a little bit bigger. Apply scale. That looks pretty nice. We got to fix that. That looks weird, but this guy looks nice. Using Dinotop, it refreshes every stroke. Probably was Control R. Bad at Blender shortcuts. You're good. I'm also bad at Blender shortcuts, much to everybody's chagrin. Okay, let's do this. So Pyro wants me to try and put roughness on this, so let's give it a shot. Let's see what that actually looks like. We're gonna use a bump on normals with a Musgrave. High detail Musgrave, I think, is the right answer. Give me a look. Give me a look at ya. Let's see what that looks like. Okay, so we got ourselves a really small looking guy. We're going to up that detail to max, which I think is 16. It is. Detail as low as possible. That's cast iron. There you go. We done did it. Cast iron. And we'll make it a little bit mushy so that we can still see the face and the details and everything. But I want to keep that look. That's not bad. That is not bad. Boy, that looks good. Cool. What I want to do is put little pockmarks in it, but I think that's not in our best interest, so I'm going to avoid that for the time being. I do want to try and throw a little bit of weirdness in here, but I don't know if it's worth it. Okay, let's do this. Let's pop our object into here, and let's pop it down. Also, shout out, or not shout out, but don't forget to join the raffle if you want a chance at directing this for the last hour. What we're going to be doing, I don't know. Whatever you all want, I suppose. I couldn't begin to think, like, what could be added to this. That looks good. Weird and molten and weird and kind of just lovely looking. 0.75 and up that detail to max. Yo. That is it. Let's lower that scale down maybe to... No. Okay, I think that's the dimension that I want right there. I think that's it. A weird little sarcophagus looking guy. And now we take that, we're going to post it up and make some little rusty bits. Because there should definitely be some rust on this thing. Okay. Oh man, look at that. Look how irregular and weird he looks. He's beautiful. We've made a beautiful boy today. Glad I could share this with everybody. You know, we're getting to the point where we're doing a little bit more good than we're doing bad when it comes to sketching, and I'm thrilled about that. I'm pretty pleased to be doing some good work like this. There we go. Now we have some darker bits, and now we're going to add a little bit of brown to it. Get the brown really dark. Oh. I'd say for the doors, it depends on if you plan to have them open or not. So my goal, although I'm looking at the time, and I don't think we have the time for it, but the goal was to make shape keys and have an open and close animation, and then like just use both of them. Like maybe you interact with it and open closes or whatever. So I was gonna add like an animation cycle and just put it on a shape key. That option still exists. I'm not getting rid of that option, but I'm not sure to what degree we'll be doing that. Okay, so this is definitely too dark. Let me get it set up so we can see what we're actually doing. The problem here is the Musgrave does not do as much of the work as I want it to. There we go. Okay, so if we up the dimension... No, I like it better at this sort of big, prominent-looking guy. The problem is the scale with this. So we need to edit the noise. What I'm trying to do is make more silver. I want there to be a lot more of the silver. Confusing, to say the least. Now, Simo was talking about a weirdo little thing that I've never used before, and I'm going to give it a shot. I don't know what this is going to do. I've never used this node before, but I have kind of a weird feeling that it will work. Adjust the color mixer. The problem with that is the brown is already to one side, but it's like using a lot of it. So we got to be a little bit more careful with that. Actually, you know what? You've just unlocked it. You've given me the answer. Here's what we're up to. I'm going to go ahead and throw height to here. And I'm going to go ahead and throw a clamp note on here. And this should do it, I think. Clamp is a weird node. It never does exactly what you want it to do. It never does exactly what you want, but it is cool. It's a cool node. No, looking like we're not going to get that looking too strong. If I lower this and push this all the way back over here, we're nothing. Nope. I know you've reversed them at one point. Reversing them is not a bad idea, but I think we're going to end up with the exact same thing. But let's try it. Okay, so what is this? 1, 1, Easy. Okay, you know what? It does work. It does actually work. I got a bonk. CQDK has bonked me. What's the bonk for? Okay, so let's invert this and let's take a look. Oh, that's not bad. And then I have just to put an invert on here or reverse these two. Whoa, why are you so shiny? Oh, that's not bad. That's it. Okay. Hey. Silken, you've done it. Why is this nightmare fuel? What do you mean? She looks great. Look at this. Don't you want to be trapped inside this thing? I don't get what the problem is. This looks great. This is exactly what I would want to be stuck in. Okay, so now I just need to remove the doors. So I think we can do the doors today. I'm forming an idea now. Oh, we got a bonk on CQDK. We got bonks going everywhere. Okay, let's start by doing ridges. Let's make some ridges on here real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and apply the multi-res. I'm sure this is not a good idea. Oh, look who's still following. This is the most annoying bot in the world. I'm gonna apply some ridges. Whoa. There goes that bot. Honestly, it's amazing. Bots, they'll like give you 1,000 follows, and then you look at your follower count, and your follower count doesn't go up. And you're like, great. Good thing that happened. All right, so here's what we're gonna do. Actually, I don't think I can loop cut like this, so we're just gonna go down. Oh, wait. Isn't there a, like, plus thing that I can do? Control plus? No. I think there is a plus thing that you can do to get this to work, but it'll be all right. This is all for good reason, I promise. There's a reason I'm doing this. It will come together in the end. You know what I didn't think about this? I should probably have made like a little dungeon for this guy to sit inside of. I wasn't thinking too hard about that kind of stuff when I first started working on this. Oh, you guys are just gonna bonk forever. Forever bonking back and forth. What a fate. It's the real Hanzo Genji story. Okay, let's get this going. Thank you for the hydrate. Very appreciated. Problem with this is we have a lot of like irregular shapes going on here. This is the problem with multi-res, in my opinion. If I dissolve that, that makes no difference. Cool. Problem solved. Actually, problem solved. Ignore what I was just saying. Okay, so that will do just fine. And now we're gonna make the door part. In fact, I can just do the door, right? There's no need to think about it this hard. Let's do it. Here we go. So the whole thing opens up underneath the head. So I think it's just this. I think all of this is the door. Right? That's the door. Something tells me this is going to backfire badly and I've misplaced something. I've done some file wrong. This would be a good time to use a circle select, honestly. Good thing I don't have circle select. This is the one time I've ever wanted circle select, and it's immediately after I got rid of circle select. All right. Not bad. We're getting there. There we go. Now we can just get going on it. Give me that lovely little mesh. So we're going to pop out a door on here, and I can probably like scale the door down too if it's a separate object. But we'll just start with the door and make it something beautiful, and we should be good to go. Color me kind of impressed with what we've done here today. So I'm going to separate that by loose parts. And by loose parts, I definitely meant by selection. So we got Iron Maiden. And we got Iron Maiden door. Let's remove the door real quick. And now we just have an Iron Maiden by itself. I missed some of the bottom. How did I do that? Oh, my bad. Let's go back. Let's grab you. Nope. Let's grab you. I think we are wasting points. There's no such thing as a waste of points. If you're having fun, that's all the points are for, right? It's just a virtual currency at the end of the day. Okay. Iron Maiden. Iron Maiden door. We can get rid of the door. Now we're going to plug up this little guy right here. Grab this. Perhaps. That is a mysterious perhaps. This thing is way too high poly. We're going to have to do some work to remove the polys on this thing, but we'll get there when we get there. You enjoy, but spinning points I enjoy spinning are not wasted, for sure. Honestly, CQDK, you're a real part of chat. CQDK, you're the energy of chat. I think you're the spirit animal of everybody. CQDK is everyone's spirit animal. That should be fine. I think this will work. So if I use a Solidify, and we go inside Solidify. Oh, it's been said. Turns out Pyro's a big softie all along. Okay, so I do need to make this prominent, and I need to come in here and fix all this up, but I'll deal with that in a little bit. We'll deal with that in just a sec. But that's not the goal right now. The goal is to fix this. In fact, I think it might be in our best interest to go all the way back to this, remove that, come back to here, do a Solidify. Solidify goes to 0.1. Get that nice, strong looking ridge in there. And then we're going to resurface it from here. You guys are bonk friends. Wow. Things are moving fast. Okay, we'll say that looks good enough to me. You know what? I'm going to stick to 1. That'll do. Hit apply. Now we come down into here and we fix this up. I'm having a really hard time seeing this. This is way too, like, colorized for me. There we go. Done. We got ourselves a little guy. Now I just got to get into here and fix all this inside junk, but we'll get there when we get there. I'm not going to worry about it right now. Does the give command work? It does. You just have to specify who you're giving and how many points you're giving them. Okay, there we go. Hey, we got some skulls for the skull throne. There's something weird going on with this guy. We'll figure all that out later. I'm not going to do that right now. What I want to do is add a curve here, but I think I'm going to have to do a lot of thinking to get there, so I'm not doing it right now. Instead, the big focus right now is the doors. So let's get the door looking good. And then we're going to do the spikes, and then I think we're done for the time being. We're not done, but we're done for the time being. You don't need points. Points don't matter. You do? Okay. Everyone's having their fight in chat. There's the door. That looks perfect. We'll go ahead and just take that. And we're going to go ahead and pop this into 2 parts. In fact, I'm going to go ahead and simplify it now that we're here. Nice, simple sets here. That's a good break. That's a good break, too. We'll break it more. CQDK, you're kind of the point lord. There we go. A nice little sarcophagus has been made on this day. And now I can split it with a mirror, and then we're going to split it again without a mirror. So we're going to do something like this. Go ahead and delete that. There's going to be a lot of little fixing that I have to do on this thing, which I'm not looking forward to, but we'll get there when we get there. So just enjoy the process while we're doing it. What kind? Oh. Okay, so now we're doing drugs in chat. Things are really getting out of control. So this is going to be called left door. I am left door. And I'm going to edit the left door by itself, and then we'll do the right door. So, it is time. It is time for us to do this. You've been bonked. Pyro, you're the most bonkable person in chat. It's dissolve those edges and make this very prominent and clean. It looks good from most angles, so I'm willing to take it. Okay. Let's do this thing. Now, I don't know the correct dimensions for how deep you want these spikes to be, but I'm going to go on the light side. You want to keep the spikes, I think, to a minimum, because you want to really just emphasize like how bleak this is, but you don't think you want to go like scary. Y'all. All right, Pyro Southern all of a sudden. Bonk is good. I'm glad we enjoy Bonk. Somebody had a bonk in their chat, and I was like, you know what? I am the eternal thief of Twitch. Might as well just go ahead and take this. And so I took it. Every time I see a good idea, I'm always just kind of like, I'll have that. I feel kind of bad sometimes. I did that to Chaos once, and I just immediately after I did it, I'm like, I wonder if I should like apologize or ask permission, or I always feel a little bit weird doing that to people. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna keep it a little bit more simple. It's a little too chaotic for me. So we're gonna drop down to like this. That looks good. That's 1.1. Let's just do 1 and keep it simple. And then I'm going to grab down 1 from each, down 2 from each. By 1. If we are talking historically accurate, you want them so they pierce the skin but do not do more than that. You basically stand and slowly bleed out while your legs give out because you have to lean in the spikes. All right. Thank you. Silken, you doing okay? With your extensive knowledge on how Iron Maidens work? Okay, so I think that is the rhythm we're going for. I want to say that looks about right to me. This one needs to be moved over a little bit, but otherwise I think we're good. Watching a YouTube video on it about 2 months back. You got it. Merge at center. And it begins. Look at that. Okay, so how's that feel? This is horrifying. Look how terrible that looks. Okay, so yeah, there's that. We've done it. There is very little evidence that they were actually used for what it is worth. The fact that people made them, to me, means definitely somebody used them. Whether they were professionals or like a teenager tortured a friend with it because their dad had a prop sitting in their living room, you know, that's a different story. But like people definitely used this, like without a doubt, whether it was conventional or not. Hey, what's up, Faroon? Yeah, we got a little torture chamber going on. People didn't make them. It was never really used for torture. What do you mean people didn't make them? What does that mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm okay with that. Hey, we got another follower. This guy's really going for it. This bot wants us bad. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and mute the thing real quick. Give me 1 moment. Where is my alert box? Hello? Let me pull up my volume mixer real quick. Where are you at? Discard changes. Please don't ruin my stream. Advanced audio properties. There we go. Well, I say that, but now I'm not seeing it. Why is it not here? The thing that I use to do audio for streams is gone. That's weird. Why is that? Sorry, one moment. I'm just trying to keep the bot from being super annoying. No, I guess I can't do it. Oh well. From what I read, a few people had Iron Maidens. They were likely used for intimidation rather than torture. I agree with you. What I'm saying is if you have a replica sword sitting in your house, right? You have a little replica sword, little junk. It's terrible. It's not a good sword. Somebody has killed somebody with that sword. It's not a good sword, and it's not made for that, but somebody killed somebody with that sword. Like, for sure. That's all I'm saying. There we go. Let's go ahead and bridge those. Yeah, that's the point I'm getting at with the Iron Maiden. If it wasn't used conventionally for killing people, it was used for killing people. Maybe not as many as, you know, we think or the mythology suggests or whatever. But that's not what I'm saying. Local. No, we're going to keep it just like that. That'll be fine. Okay, let's do this thing. Used recreationally. Yeah, basically. That is exactly what I'm saying. Honestly, we should bring Iron Maidens back. Boy, that looks not good. Let's grab you. Normal. Self-acupuncture is all the rage. Honestly, I mean, people nowadays are just so grim and dark. Like, there's no way Iron Maiden wouldn't catch on. People have weddings where they hang themselves on meat hooks, suspended up in the air when they do their kiss. Like, yeah, people are going to use an Iron Maiden. For sure, people nowadays would use an Iron Maiden. This looks weird. Something's off about this. The dimensions look weird. Here's my idea. Let's go ahead and crease these here. And I think if we do this properly, I should be able to grab it and move it. I should be able to mangle that around a little bit better, in my opinion. People are messed up. I mean, I don't know if that makes people messed up. It is weird. Too fat? No. Alright, let's go ahead and do a little bit of this. Clipped. What have we clipped? Oh no. What weird thing have I said that we've clipped now? Not a problem if you get whale harpoons. Wow. You know, I think technically that's body positivity. So we're gonna go ahead and accept that, I suppose. In a weird way, that was body positivity. Dare I say that's it? I hate the way it looks. Let's put a bevel on here and see what that does. It makes the spikes look a little bit better, which I don't know if I love. You know what? I'm okay with it being kind of a square. I need to do more of a style anyway, so let's keep that. And then we're going to go back to edit. We're going to grab these edges here, increase them to give ourselves something really nice and prominent. What? What the heck was that? Hello? Bevel is on. Why is bevel ignoring the crease? Don't do that. Why is it ignoring the crease? Does bevel ignore crease? Does bevel not care about crease? Since when? What? Bevel doesn't care about crease. That's a new one. I've never known that to be true. Okay, well that's a real shame. In Toledo, near Madrid, there is a museum of torture, and there's a really cruel artifacts. I got dizzy when the guide described some of them, and most of those atrocities are in the name of God. That's for sure. Only listens to bevel weight. Got it. I feel like bevel should deal with crease. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about, but I feel like crease and bevel go hand in hand. Why can't we drink with each other instead of waging war? There's a hopeful idea. Okay, so we got two kinds of pulleys here. This one makes literally no sense. I have problems with this. This doesn't make sense to me. This one I like. The poles are good there, but I'm just going to make a simple one to begin with. We might make a better one later, but I'm definitely running out of time. So it is time to simplify. Let's do 36 on here, shade it smooth, push it back, and let's get it going. Give Earth like 50 to 150 years tops, let's say 7 years, then it's dead. I doubt that. We talked about this last stream, but people have been saying that the world is ending since the dawn of time. There's been all sorts of political struggles. There's been all sorts of random stuff. The world's not ending. Ain't even close. Depending on how you view that, that's either an optimistic thing or it just means the world's going to get worse. So you take whatever opinion you want on that one. Okay, so that's roughly what I want. Since the beginning, the world is ending? Yeah, that is exactly what I'm saying. There we go. Oh, you got my idea. I appreciate that. Color that my little contribution to the world, I suppose. Hopefully there will be more contributions eventually, but that'll be the one for now. All right, the raffle is just about to end. Please get your tickets in if you want them. You can check your points by doing !points, and you can get a raffle by doing !raffle and however many tickets you want. Subscribers get a free 10 or 3, something like that. And you get to decide what we're doing for the end of this. So feel free if you want it. It's gonna come close. I need a little thing that says like 5 minutes left or something. Let me write that down. That's an addition. Where's my notes? There's my notes. Add last 5 minutes. Add last 5 minutes to raffle. Cool. I'll know what that means. There we go. Does that look okay? It doesn't look great. I'm a little disappointed with that, if I'm being perfectly honest, but it should be fine. So we got ourselves a door puller, and we put it all together. And it looks like this, and when I go ahead and do my shape keys, it should separate these two accordingly. So I can't be too mad at that. Let me finish the spikes on the inside of the Iron Maiden as well. And I think we're looking good. So we're going to grab this Taurus and throw a mirror on it. And the mirror is the Iron Maiden. Perfect. I also feel like the handle should be higher up. We need more uneven spikes. I sort of love the way the spikes look, if I'm being perfectly honest. I sort of love the way they look. And I know the dimensions, so we can just go from there. Raffle is over. Today's been a good Friday. I have got to hear you say bevel and Taurus. What? Like the edges should be more worn out. Oh, I see. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, I'll do that. It's going to require a bit of doing on my part, but let me get there first. And I'm going to pick the winner of the raffle real quick. So let's see. It is CQDK with 1 ticket. I also hope everyone has a good day. CQDK, you won this. So let's see what you want. Wait. Is that matching? It looks weird to me for some reason. You know what? I'm going to wait to do the spikes on the inside because I want to re-topo this whole thing first, and I want to base it off of the topology instead of like trying to re-topo around these spikes. So let's not do that. As much as I want to do it, let's not do it. And for the last 5 minutes, we're going to focus on finalizing this guy. Oh, he's a cool looking dude. What else is there? We come into our nodes. We throw our gold on here, which is not gold anymore. I'm going to call this like rusted iron. I'm going to go ahead and do door pullers. And we'll get these. Hopefully CQDK comes back. I agree. If not, I'm going to have to pick a new winner. But that's okay. We've picked new winners in the past. It's not that bad. CQDK, come back. Your bonk buddy needs you. That is pretty good looking. Okay, so actually, now that I'm doing this, I can see exactly what I want to do. I want to go ahead and do this. Question for you Blender guys. I was curious, can you save material globally and pick it up instead of remaking it every time? Okay, so there is an add-on for that. I forget the name of it, but there's an add-on for it. Where you can save to a library using this menu right here. I don't like it. It's not how I work. So I save my startup file instead. So I keep all my stuff in a really nice, well-edited startup file. And from that startup file, I'm able to recall all of my stuff. Yeah, you could do that. That seems like a lot of work, personally. You should always, I mean, maybe I'm not the person that should be giving advice on this, but I think everybody should always be thinking about their startup file. A lot of the best work I do comes out of me thinking about what I want to change about my startup file. So I'm going to strong recommend doing that. Okay, there we go. That is perfect. And now I can take you. Hey, CQDK is here. CQDK, you won the raffle, so feel free to tell us what you want. I would appreciate if it was marginally connected to torture, but you can do whatever you want, honestly. I will show you my startup file. The bonk ritual did work. I'm actually pretty proud of my startup file, if I'm being perfectly honest. I put a lot of effort into it. Okay, we'll do that. That down here does not look good. We got to fix that somehow, but we're going to get to that eventually. Essentially, every time you open Blender, it opens a blend file for your folders. Found in your folders, yeah. Pair of Anguish. What is a pair of Anguish? Okay, so here's my startup file. It's this little Kaspersky triangle. Every time I start up Blender, it comes here. It saves all of my UI. It saves all of my tabs, everything. I have all of my favorite textures automatically saved in here. So I have a rust. I have a little Damascus. I have my gold with the little like reflection map on it. I got a stained glass. I got all sorts of stuff. My wood. So I have this, my favorite little file. And then when I start, I just delete all of them and start working. Just like you would the default cube. At any point, if you want to change your startup file, you go to File, Defaults, Save Startup File, and it'll ask you to click twice. So, that's how you do it. Can I paste here the link of the 1-hour video of a guy creating the ultimate startup file? You can. I'd rather you post it on the Discord because I'm not going to be able to watch it if you post it here. Or message me if you don't want to join. Oh, look who's following. Okay, so let's go back just a little bit. We can't go back. Oh, I made a mistake. Pair of Anguish, it looks like a pear, but it kind of chokes you. I guess the pair of Anguish. Hold on. Let's look up the pair of Anguish. I'm going to go ahead and Google it real quick before I show it on screen because I want to make sure it's usable. Oh, this is awful. It means you can delete the objects and save the startup file and the materials will be there. Yeah. There's a lot of NSFW stuff in here. So I'm going to be careful what I show. Oh, it's awful. CQDK. I guess we are making torture devices. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Okay. Let's pull up the Wikipedia article. Here you go. The pair of Anguish, also known as the choke pear or mouth pear, was a medieval instrument of torture. The machine consisted of a metal body. It was applied to the mouth, and expanded. Okay, so just like the Iron Maiden, it was like not actually real. Good. Man, I'd rather be in the Iron Maiden than this thing. I'd rather be put inside of an Iron Maiden. For sure. This thing is haunting. What a haunting device. Holy cow. All right, so can I make this? Yeah, I can make this. Conjure the energy. We could do this. We could do this. Easy. We could do this easy. No problem. I'm going to go ahead and download an image. It's a WebP, so I got to convert it. Give me 1 second. I know I'm taking my sweet time. It'll be worth it, I promise. I actually have a pretty good idea of how I'm going to make this. Let's convert that over. And let's throw it in Blender. All right, so we're going to call this Pair of Anguish. So we are good to get rid of all of that. We're sitting here in the Pair of Anguish, and I'm going to pop in our reference image, which I want the one that I converted. Yep, thank you. Man, Blender needs to add WebPs to their directory, and that would be beautiful. That'd make my whole life better. Okay, so this is actually not the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Dare I say I'm going to be able to make this. Flash to an hour from now when I'm crying on the floor, but I think I can make this. Big thing I got to do is I have to use divisions of 4. So let's just go 40. Why not? What difference is it going to make? This is not going to be like an optimized mesh or whatever, so I'm not worried about it. We're just going to make ourselves this. Okay, we'll say that looks just about right. Pop it on in there. Let's do this. Okay, so first things first, I want to go ahead and grab this. Looks like an innocent sex toy, but again, back to what I was saying a minute ago. People nowadays are just like messed up, right? In a good way. I like it. I'm in favor of New World Order. I like the way the world is right now. But like there's people live on the internet right now who are using this on themselves for pleasure. Like, we're past the point. We're past the point of it mattering. Everyone's like very crazy nowadays. And for making money, yes, yes. Yeah, and I mean, good on them, I guess. It's hardcore. Okay, the ring is going to be the hardest part of this. I'm not very good at doing this ring stuff. We're going to try. I'm going to give it a good, fair shot. There we go. Does it need to be that prominent? No, it doesn't. Okay, so we're going to take you and pull you guys down. Like that. Bring all of these guys down like that, and then take this guy and bring him down. That should be okay. I might even go a little bit higher up. Now, the hard part for me is how to make a ring. I struggle with this a lot. I never know how to convert something into a ring. Which makes me think I should have started with a cube. Have I made my job way too hard now? Circle geometry. Can you explain? I don't want to merge, although I guess I could merge if I have to, but the goal is not to merge. You want me to add a circle. Why don't I just add a torus? What would be the point of adding a... What would be the point of adding a circle? I feel like you're going to give me some sort of modifier setup, which is interesting. You want me to add geometry to the circle? What are you talking about? I'm not sure I follow. There we go. That's about the shape we want. And I'm going to take this guy and actually make this guy smaller. Okay, that'll do. We're going to subsurface that, and that should work. No, I'm aware. Don't get upset about it. And you're saying you want me to add a circle and then add geometry to it. But why not just make a torus? No, I know. I understand, Farin. But the goal is to then put it onto here. I know how to make a circle. We're good there. If we look at it like this... You know what's weird about this little guy? Okay, I'm looking at it. They're not even the same thing. Okay, I know. I have the solution. I can solve it. I got the solution. I'm going to solve it. We're going to be good. No problem. This guy doesn't have a little crick in here, and this one does have a crick, and the final product does have a crick. So what is this? Why is this one not the same as these two? Oh, and this one's not even the same, because it now has... I knew we were missing something. I knew we were missing something. Boom. Make my life easier. Make my life way easier. Get rid of these guys. Delete. Make my life infinitely easier. Boom. Let's go ahead and poke that. This is probably a bad idea, but I'm going to do it anyway. No, I'll do it like this. This is fine. No, maybe I did want that. Yes, I want to make a little bit of a hole. Just a little hole. Right there. Boom. And that is our thing that we're going to stick the little wire in. And now we can use curves. Do I want to use curves, or do I want to use... I do want to use curves, because I want to edit this. Yeah, okay. So we are going to do your circle thing now. So we're back. We've come full circle here. Full circle, wow. I say that, but how do you break a circle? If you make a circle, can you break it? How would you do that? F. Cannot make a segment. Cannot make a segment. Alright, I think we're going to have to jury-rig this thing. I'm going to use a Bezier, and we're going to try and make our own version of a circle, and it's going to go bad, and we're all going to get upset, and it's going to be great. As per the norm. Me and curves really don't ever get along. So we're going to do an SX0. We're going to do an SY0. We're going to pull this guy up to here. We should use 4 of these. Okay, I didn't want to, but we will use 4 of them. Let's do it. You get to here, grab both of you. You're going to be SY0. This is going to get out of control really quick. You can create a curve, then remove all the vertex on DIT mode and start creating brand new curve from scratch. Remove all the vertex and create a new curve from scratch. That sounds like probably exactly what I want to do, but that might be a little advanced for me, just to put that out there. How long do you think it would take me to learn that from scratch? Because I'm down to try, but if it takes too long, I might have some trouble with that. Especially on a speed sketch. This is a common theme on stream, is I like learning new stuff. I don't want to be resistant to new ideas or anything like that, but I do have to learn it in a very short amount of time. Start to move the curve that Blender brings you. It's a nightmare. Yeah, I mean, it is a nightmare, for sure. CQTA wants me to take a nice stretch and a hydrate real quick, so we're gonna do that. Oh, that's the stuff. So you can create those vertex and create news. Got it. So you're saying if I have the circle or something, I can cut out a vertex, like a curve vertex, and make a new curve vertex. Honestly, curves are probably the thing that I'm the worst at in Blender, aside from like stuff that I just don't know how to do, like geonodes. I'm definitely worse at geonodes than I am curves, but I don't know geonodes at all. Well, this is not the worst thing I've ever seen. It definitely looks handmade, which I guess is the goal. So, color me not super displeased with what we have here. Could be better. Could be a lot better. No, I know what you're saying. I 100% what you're saying, or I 100% get what you're saying. I don't think that's weird at all. It's just a matter of like doing the specifics, right? That's the hard part. Like, how does it actually work, and how do you actually get it working and stuff like that? That's the part that like is a struggle. Hello? Did I just turn these into not curves anymore? The heck was that? Oh, I did just... Oh, that's very weird. That's a weird little quirk. I've never done that before. Okay, fun to know. Perfect. Okay, so I think we're going to call it there. I think that's going to be my curve. Done. So let's go ahead and throw a bit of geo on there using some depth. And now we can sit and just edit a little bit more to make it look nice. But I think that's not bad. For doing it by hand, it ain't that bad. Could be better. There he is, and we can make that as long as we want. I'm gonna call it. I'm gonna call it there. It looks nice. I appreciate that. Thank you. We just went. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta go. You just gotta trust your instincts and just get weird with it. Get weird with it is kind of my whole thing nowadays. Isn't this weird? Curves are not fun. They don't like playing. If I want to grab these two little poles right here, right? Just these guys. Oh, there we go. That was weird. Why didn't it work the first time? So if we do SX0 and we pull them to the distance that we like, which is going to be not much, we do the same thing here. SX0. I understand. Okay. Boom. That's done. Look at him, he's done. Get out of here. Okay, so now we just take this and we're gonna up our resolution a little bit because we're gonna remove some resolution in the end. And I'm gonna convert this guy into a mesh. Should I have converted into a mesh as quick as that? Probably not, but who's gonna stop me? And let's go ahead and throw a little bit of rotation on here with a 90 degree. Let's push them on down, make them a little bit bigger, and that looks so close to being perfect. This part right here, I don't love that. That's not a great angle, but this is a speed sketch. We got to get going. Okay, next up. So let me go ahead and grab this. This is going to be called our pair body. This is going to be called our pair turner. Sure. We're going to remove the body real quick. We're going to grab you and we're going to optimize it. Hang? What does hang mean? We're going to do that, all the way down. Pair hang? I'm not understanding. Did I say pair hang? Did I misspeak? Did I say something weird? That was probably on me. There we go. We'll do a 5. I don't love doing 5s, but a 5 is fine. Oh, it looks very scary. It looks so scary. Okay, so now we're gonna put the pair body back on. We're gonna do some subdivision surface and get it that shape that we like. Nobody say anything. Nobody get weird with it. You can all behave yourselves. Boy, it looks horrifying. It looks like it will actually kill you. Come on. Okay, so let's go edit down. Let's push this guy down. Ugh. I'm dying. Here's your stream sneeze for the day. Boy, that one snuck up on me. For this, I'm going to grab the end of this and maybe throw a little bit of a bevel on here. Maybe not that much of a bevel. 3 should be fine. Normally, I would try and fix this. Actually, I'm going to try and fix it real quick because I have to divide this anyway. So let's go ahead and... yeah, let's poke. All right, that's fine. This'll do. Just a little bit of a poke there on the end. And now I get rid of the turner. Let's do this thing. So, I'm going to do this in the most inefficient way that I can think to do it, but it's the way that I can think to do it, so I'm going to do it. That should work as far as I'm concerned. Oh, wait. Hold on. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. I got an idea. We got ourselves the center line, which is the Z right there. We're just going to go straight to Z all the way across. Oh, this is it. Folks, we've done it. We're here. You have to leave? Good luck. No problem, Farron. Thanks for joining. Appreciate you. Sorry we got a little confused on the whole curve thing. Just takes a bit of doing, you know? All right, so that should hold well. And now we do this, and we do the exact same thing, and then we're done. I believe we are done after this. Delete. Oh, this is it. This is it. That's it. So now I just need to grab it. And we need to make sure that we get everything looking clean. All the way down. And now I can separate that as a new selection. Oh, this is going to work. This is going to work. I can't believe this is going to work. Hey! My favorite Brazilian is back. Honestly, you are my favorite Brazilian. Okay, so we're going to say that is that. I can make that look fancy later, but right now we're just going to do it like this. I'm going to grab both of these guys, scooch them down. And now we can grab this, set origin to 3D cursor. We're in this. We're in this. This is going to work. This is going to work. Color me very pleased with what's happening right now. We're making torture devices, Mr. Six. You know, as you do. A typical Friday. Honestly, around here, yeah, pretty much. -10 of each should do. And now the mirror is going to be based off of pair body. Boom. That's it. We're here. We're close. We're done. Oh, this is gonna be great. I'm excited. I'm very pleased. I'm very pleased with this. I'm very pleased with this. So, now we need to grab you. Oh my gosh, it has a pivot. Okay, this is more than I wanted to do, but I'm going to do it because don't say I don't put in the hard work that has to be done. Don't say that I don't push it, because I push it. There we go. Okay, so that is looking good. So the only thing I would add is we want to grab... Get these guys out of here. It's hard to see. Okay, so this is like not enough geometry, unfortunately. . Dare I just do this all the way across? Sure. What's your favorite soundtrack? Man, good question. Good question. We have a lot of Dark Cloud 2 in this playlist, the playlist that we're currently listening to. I like Dark Cloud 2 a lot. Its soundtrack is something that you wouldn't think to like, because it's kind of typical initially, but it is really interesting the way that it works. I would say Hyperlight Drifter has a really nice soundtrack. Hyperlight Drifter is probably one of the better ones. Disaster Piece. So Disaster Piece is the artist that did Hyperlight Drifter and Fez. Their work is amazing. I love Disaster Piece. They also did It Follows, which is a terrible movie, but a very good soundtrack. So yeah, Disaster Piece. Anything Disaster Piece touches is like a masterpiece. The Wii music, honestly, I know we're listening to it and it's like relevant, but it's really pretty good. You know what has the most underwhelming soundtrack is Pokemon. I trash on Pokemon a lot because I'm just like disenchanted by the whole Pokemon thing. But the Pokemon soundtrack is pretty bad. I like that the bot is now saying that they're not a bot. Like, okay, cool. Have fun with your IP address whenever that comes down. Okay, so let's make a spring. I'm going to say, off the top of my head, I kind of think it has to go to Dark Cloud 2. There's a lot of good candidates, though. Oh yeah, the bot's been going. We're gonna be muting some stuff after stream. Don't you worry. Okay, so that... Oh no, I messed it up. I done goofed it. Let's see here. A little bit of a spiral. Oh, actually, I can just move this down automatically. Why do people do that? Well, I mean, this is not very common. I mean, I get the one before stream a lot. So there's like a set of bots. I don't know where they come from, but there's a group of bots that right before I start stream, they follow. So they don't even get to be on stream. I don't know why they do it. It's a weird practice, to say the least. But they follow right before stream starts. And by the time stream ends, like, they're not following anymore. They get banned or whatever. You know, something weird happens. So, yeah. I don't know. I don't know why people do it. But people doing it during stream, pretty rare. Not something I usually experience. So, I would say this is kind of a one-off thing. I don't know. And I think the reason people do it is that they're, like, bored. It might be, like, a computer programming, like, practice, which is kind of cool. Like, if somebody's practicing, like, a way of doing, like, server management or something. It happens to girls a lot, yeah. Girls on Twitch get the most hate. It's a real shame, honestly. I think there's a lot of people, especially people who get into streaming. I think there's a lot of people who look at girl streamers and go, they don't have to work very hard to be successful. so therefore I'm mad at them. And it's like, okay, like, just say you're a terrible person in as few words as possible. I don't know. I don't know what causes people to think that way. It is weird. All right. That looks decent enough to me. Yeah, we're gonna do it right there. We're almost done. Is this perfect? Is this just about perfect here? It looks good. I really don't want to do the thing where I have to connect to these guys, but I will do it. It's not my favorite thing in the world, to say the least. Luckily, I only have to do it once, though. So if I pop this here, how this tool is used? Okay, so this is CQDK's idea. This is called a pair of Anguish. I did not know how it was used either until just a moment ago. But basically, the way it works is you put it inside somebody's mouth and you turn it and it opens their mouth. Pretty grim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pretty messed up stuff. Oh yeah, people did crazy stuff way back when. People did all sorts of weird stuff. This is what people who made bots back in the medieval ages did. This is how they got off. Okay, so let's do this. No. First off, let's go ahead and do based on normals. And then we're going to extrude based on normals. And we're going to push it in by normals. How much time do I have? I have 30 minutes? Yeah, I should be fine. I think we should actually be fine to do it like this. Okay, that is not the worst thing I've ever seen. I kind of like the idea of having the dimple on here, but I don't know if that's, like, good practice for us. So let's start by grabbing this. We're going to do this. It's not my favorite thing in the world, but it's not bad. Let's do 60. We'll just say 60 is the length. We'll push it in. I'm going to add a Solidify modifier to it, and I think we're done. Let's go ahead and do some auto on the outside normals. That doesn't work. Oh no. Why does that not work? You know what we need? I need to go back. Back all the way. Bring this back. Okay, so we got it all contained like this. I'm going to grab it. We're going to go ahead and throw on a Solidify. We'll put the Solidify first, and I'll apply it. And I think that'll be fine. I'm a little bit worried how this is going to look, but shouldn't be that big of a deal. It is kind of a cool look. We'll go ahead and flick the bottom of this thing out just a little bit. using normals like that, because that's what they look like. Sure, that'll work. Let's hit apply. And we'll pop it in. We'll grab you and we'll GG you down just a little bit. And that should be good enough to throw it in. Oh, this is it. Now we're here. Now we've done it. If I throw my subdivision back on, what does that look like? It gets a little bit weird. So now we want to come back to here, make sure that we grab all of these points and put an edge on them. Get rid of our turner and our spiral, and we're going to do the same thing here. Maybe even add one there. Your community is growing? Slowly. You know, it's just a process. The goal was never to grow. The goal was never to get famous. The goal was never to really do anything. But it is nice. I really do appreciate it. It's been very fun. I think at the end of the day, it's just like, I ask myself a lot, why am I streaming? What am I doing? What's the point of all of this? And I struggle with that from time to time. But I think the real point of all of this is I'm having fun and I'm being productive. I'm doing something that's very positive for me as a person. And as long as that's true, whatever, man. If growing becomes a part of that, then I'll focus on growing. But for the time being, it definitely is not. So I like that everyone's hanging out. I know the Discord's kind of quiet at times. But I just appreciate people hanging out and willing to give time and willing to tune in and just join. There's something really cool about that. Something really just humbling about it. Okay, so now I got to make the actual tuning part of this, which is going to be the hardest part to make, but that looks pretty good to me. It's pretty close to being done. It's definitely not done. Yeah, online friends, exactly. That's basically how I try to think about it. I don't know. I get a little bit weird around people sometimes. Like, I struggle with trust. The thing that I care the most about in the world is my writing. I value my writing very, very highly. And so I'm very careful to talk to people about my like personal writing and stuff like that. And so I have a hard time sort of being like, is somebody my friend if I don't talk to them about my writing and this and that and this? And I don't know, I go back and forth on stuff like that a lot. But aside from that stuff, I like everyone. Aside from like the very inner reaches of who I am as a person, I like everybody. You're all cool to me. People are cool. Even the annoying people are cool. I don't hate a lot. I think I come across as being kind of a dark, brooding vampire man sometimes, but I like people a lot. I care a lot about humanity. I care a lot about the world. I'm a deep, empathetic person when it comes to that sort of stuff. Can't help but care. There we go. That looks golden. Do I even want to do more than that? Do I care? I think I don't care. If this was like a full-on sketch, I'd put the hinge on there, but I'm not going to worry about it. I think we're done. Okay, so let's actually get into some detail work here, because the details are going to be kind of fun to do. We're going to copy the exact same measurement here with a 0.5. This is going to do it. Okay, so let me get rid of the subsurface real quick and just look at what we're doing. This came all the way around. Both sides, both sides. So we just got to hook it into that last little bit there. Let's go ahead and let's merge these guys up. I think this will look a little bit better for us. And then I'm going to grab these guys and dissolve. That should look just a little bit better once we have our final edit in. Now, I think we want to keep this. I'm confused about this part. This part doesn't make sense to me. Let's get rid of the mirror. Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so we're going to grab you, merge you at last. Same thing. No. Same thing goes to this one. And now I can grab you. And you. And dissolve these. And now we have a nice, perfect little cross section. Yes, that's exactly what I wanted. And now we just have the front of this. This is it. We're in the home stretch now. Boom, 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 boom. We divide it. We grab you. We push it down. GG those on up. There we go. And last but not least, we connect. J and J. I think we're here. Put that back on, put that back on, take a look at it, make sure it's not too spiky. It's a little spiky. It's a little spiky for me. And I think we're okay. I think I'm going to call it there. I think everyone has some trust issue over people they don't know. Sometimes I think it's I'm very open on the internet, like using my profile picture on Discord, joining a lot of random servers. But I don't know. This is kind of me. I don't think I should be... Yeah, I don't know. I think people struggle with this a lot, right? Like, at the end of the day, what should you be cautious of? Well, you should be cautious of being hurt. So, like, if people are able to figure out where you live, that's a problem. If people can't figure out where you live, then, like, who cares, right? What difference does it make? I think that's where it counts. And that's where it's, like, important to know boundaries. Beyond that, I don't think it matters. If somebody doesn't know where you live, whatever, man. Good luck. Good luck bullying me online. Like, it's not going to do anything. I'm not going to be upset about it. What? GG on that on over to 0.4. GG that on over. Sure. We'll let him be a little bit irregular, because otherwise it's going to look weird. And there is this little rough bit on the end, and I don't know how to fix it, but I'm just not going to. You know what? I will fix it. I'm just going to add another division to this. It gives us some weird little pulls here, but that's fine. You won't notice it. There's definitely some weird stuff going on. Let's grab all of this and make that really nice and sturdy. And you're good. The biggest thing, okay, if I can say anything to anybody on the internet, I will say this. The big thing, the thing everyone needs to be careful of, is metadata on your files and stuff. If you take a selfie, make sure you scrub that stuff before you post it somewhere, because that stuff matters, and people can get a lot of information from that kind of stuff. So be careful of that stuff. That stuff is important. That's the stuff where people, like, you know, post a picture of them walking their dog and somebody's like, oh, you live in Boston? It's like, how'd you know I live in Boston? It's like, oh, I checked the metadata of your post. It's like, oh, don't do that. Please. Please don't do that. Okay, I think we are ready to get this thing going. So let's put some UVs on this bad boy. Let's go ahead and use our same, not UVs, sorry. Let's use our exact same weird, rusted, dirty iron that we had before. I think being in another country brings me more safety regarding this. I mean, until somebody from your country interacts with you online, right? And if you don't know if they're from your country or not, then, like, scary. Things can get weird quick. So, like, I agree with you to a point, and then I kind of push off a little bit. Okay, we're gonna do a little bit of cosine purling on this thing. This is one of my favorite things that exists in Blender. It's one of my favorite textures. We just need to make it the right color. There we go. We'll lower that saturation down just a little bit. I live near a favela. People should be cautious with my neighborhood. I mean, that's good. I'd still be careful, obviously. There we go. And we're going to remove our clear coat. There's no need for clear coat on this thing. And instead, we're going to lower the roughness down. I wish Colorize existed, and I'm sure it does, but we're not going to sit here and try and figure all that out right now. So let's leave it as is. We just got a nice, like, kind of iridescent looking spring in here, and that should be enough for us, if I'm being perfectly honest. So now we will do the weird little metal part. The metal is strange. It's going to be gold. Everything should be scaled according to size as well. Okay, so the metal needs to be gold for the most part. Which I have double color ramp coming in here. Don't mind that at all. We're going to go ahead and make you like a rich goldy sort of color. I actually really like the way that looks. I actually really like the way that looks. It might be just a little bit too bright. I don't know. I don't know. I think I like it a lot. I think that's what we want it to look like. And then we're going to take you and make this part more golden as well. Same thing with you. Too yellow. There we go. Last but not least, we need to make the scale way smaller. It's definitely too yellow. Let me lower that yellow down just a little bit. 0.07. Let's remove that one. Okay, we're almost here. We're getting very close to this. I think that's roughly the look I'm going for. Okay, so I'm going to rename this to Weird Gold. We're going to make this Weird Gold. And then we're going to do the big one. Do you play any online games? When you say online game, you mean like multiplayer, right? Because I play tons of games. But for multiplayer, what am I playing currently? So games that I used to be really into, but I've taken a break from. I used to be really into Valorant. I used to be really into Heroes of the Storm. I used to be really into Terra. I used to really like Hearthstone. I played TF2 competitively for a really long time during college, but it's been a long time since then. What else? I don't know. I've played a lot of games. Currently, though, I don't really play too much online. I keep my stuff pretty simple. Okay, so we got our weird gold in here now, and I'm going to do the exact same thing, but we're going to do some weird editing to make this look crazy. Okay, so let's add ourselves a magic texture. Check this bad boy out. We're going to do that with a magic texture on the height. And we're going to lower that scale down to something a little bit more appropriate. We're going to up that distortion. What are you playing right now, online or offline? Once I finish this, I'm gonna open up my Steam and I'll take a look for you, okay? Because I have a list that I have going right now. A little random. Somewhat random, I should say. Not too random, just a little random. I'm kind of all over the place when it comes to that stuff. Oh, that's not what I wanted at all. Let's do like reflection data, and I have a feeling this is gonna look really bad. Yeah, that's not what we want. Okay, we're gonna use object data again. It's okay if it gets a little maligned. I think I don't care. And I'm gonna use a mix RGB with a color ramp to settle the last little bit of this. So let's throw in a mix RGB. You're playing Skyrim for like the 7th time? Sounds about right. Yeah, I burnt myself out of Skyrim. I'm sure I've said that 1,000 times before, but I've burnt myself out of Skyrim so much. I played it day one when it came out, and I was just like, I'm done. I don't want to do this anymore. There we go. That's roughly what I was looking for. That was kind of the idea for me, I think, is this. Okay, so I think that is my pair of Anguish. Done. Yeah, I got it the day it came out with a friend, and we stayed up and we pulled an all-nighter, and we played for 72 hours straight. And I don't love games like that to begin with, but I was just like, I'm done. I never want to play this again. Like, 72 hours of it was just too much. Okay, pair of Anguish. Done. Look at that bad boy. That looks pretty good. I'm a little... I don't have the passion for this the same way that I have the passion for the Iron Maiden. So my brain wasn't connecting a lot of pieces together. Like, this could be better, but I don't know what else to do with it. But, I mean, it looks good. It looks really good for what it is. Like, there's weird stuff right here. Like, that's sequenced in a weird way, but that's fine. So I'm not going to stress the details of that. So let's go ahead and throw our little Iron Maiden on. We'll grab our little pair guy here. And we'll get to work on fixing these guys up at some point. So this is going to be it for the day. I have a plan for this Iron Maiden. You might see more of it in the future. I do have something that I really want to do with it. So probably not the last time you'll see this guy. Looks like a Skyrim object? It does look like a Skyrim object. It looks like a Dwemer object. That's a great point. It does look like something a Dwemer would make. I don't hate that. But yeah, so this is me. I'll be back on Monday, and hopefully I'll have some new stuff for you. I don't know. I'm kind of in the middle of just like learning and doing and feeling, so I'm not going to stress those details too much. But for everyone that joined, thank you. For the weird bot that keeps subscribing, good luck with your life, I guess. That's it. That's all I got. Peace.